It's week 2 of the NFL, and we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl 47. It's the Ravens and the Niners coming up next.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Thank you all for joining us here in week number 2. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Brock, we had a great one this week, partner. One of the only games league-wide featuring two teams who both won their openers.
It's been mission accomplished so far, each off to the start that they envisioned since the season began. Well, it's only week 2. Whoever can come out of this one with a win and jump to 2-0, has everybody in their division looking up at it. He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They'll give it to him inside. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Into double coverage. Oh, don't want to do that. And he's there for the interception. And the Ravens force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
From the 21. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they...
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm
Previous
it
play
was
is
indeed a
under
touchdown.
review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It is caught left side. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Yeah, I love that effort. Adding as much as possible to that catch, but earning the first down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want for all their pass catches on the roster.
The 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. That finds Ayuk, complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory.
At the 37-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. Pearsall there to grab it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the
For the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage for the new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him throwing his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now they send their back in motion right. First down from the red zone. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 6. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed in the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And that's already just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Escapes, and they take this in for the score. The 49ers get it down to a single point. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, okay? You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. That's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. On the return, here's Jones. They'll have decent field position to begin with. He'll block. He's down just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be second down. Throwing again is Lamar. Jones reels it in. And they managed to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Lenore there on the stop. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. Able to find Jones. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They send the tight end in motion. Lamar throwing again. This finds Likely. And he'll be met into the line to limit the gain to a yard. Lenore there on the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar off the play fake. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. He closes a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Sending the tight end in motion left. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. Running in the red zone. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
At the 2-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Near the goal line. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now up comes the San Francisco offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And he Crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
1-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31. Caught by Jennings. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers just need 2 snaps to steal a lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find payday.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Sending a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Empty the backfield and motion him out. Flushed out of the pocket. Escapes his grasp.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an award. Especially in a situation like that, it's a good thing you woke up to. Able to make something out of nothing, and at least keep them moving forward.
Jackson now on 3rd. Into the hands of Likely. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
1st down, here's Lamar. Taken in by Likely. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, where it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. Very short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Flying down the middle with Henry. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. One of the tight ends motioning right. 2nd and 6 now. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Now Jackson off the play action. Here's him moving up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. short side. Escapes a defender.
Had to be a missed assignment somewhere on that play, and the QB capitalizes with an excellent gain. There's got to be an adjustment made, so even when the QB keeps it himself on the read option, that gain is minimized.
Jackson looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. We'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Setting up a
line.
throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
21-yard line.
They send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He rolls to his right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers with a chance to add to their lead. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They look to throw. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Intended for Brandon
So
Ayuk.
often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the power play up the gut over results in 2 yards.
This offense in these situations, Kate, you can feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
From the gun, Jackson splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jair Brown. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. He had it for a moment, but great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. No return on that punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. 2nd and 3 now. They'll send him over right. 2nd and 3. Hits him on the outlet. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. and 10 from the 34. Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll throw it yet again. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. This one from 42 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push their lead to 4.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Cedric Tillman, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to the half. Jalen Warren, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Demario Douglas, a touchdown catch in the victory. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This finds Likely. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Lamar now from the gun. Juke the defender. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. We send a man in motion. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. He breaks the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The kicker on.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 3.
49ers 17.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The San Francisco offense sent it out to take over. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and that could really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. To throw here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing now, off play action. He beams one, deep right side. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
A 4-yard gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Somehow snaps the play with them. They got 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Jackson now on 3rd. He puts some power on it, deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Go. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Running back sent in motion. 3rd and long for him here. He completes it in traffic. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss, just like that.
Taken in by Likely.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throw on 3rd down. Gets this to Bateman. And he'll be taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. So here come the 49ers on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Having gained about a handful there. That's Odafe away with a stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Avoid some trouble there. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. That's good yardage. No set downs to boot.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That throw finds Kittle. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just a great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Kick the running back in motion. That's brought in by Jennings. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Running by Ayuk near the sideline. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a 49er first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On comes the field goal unit to try this one for the 49ers. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards.
This is a case of just get what you can on the way out the door, okay? It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, make it a hair closer in the box score.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jones. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. 1st and 10, here's Jackson. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's of the 1st.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Ravens.
Out of the gun, Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field now. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
This is Henry on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On first down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Empty the backfield and motion him out. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back.
And the defense was all over that throw. They didn't stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Here we go, set, hut, go.
Running back sent in motion. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's another quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. But nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10 from the 41. He'll throw it yet again. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
From the red zone now. Kittle brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 9-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
He's going to throw this one. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now within 1 score in the 4th. George Kittle, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers check the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over 1st and 10. After runs
It's an option right that begins this drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
We often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You've got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Gets him those 3 yards back, but it brings up 3rd and 10 now. He's back to throw. Still on his feet. Forced out to his right. He's running for it. He's going to go out of bounds. Looks like he's short on the 35.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Jukes out a one stop. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be their football. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Airing it out to start this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Cut by Jennings. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers losing by 7. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pass play now. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he only gets this one down to the 9. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. They give it to him again. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut it to a punch late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers bring it back to even. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. Drives Starts out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. He'll look to throw it. Taken in by Likely. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Back to throw. This finds Likely. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. This one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. Setting up to pass. Complete Derrick Henry. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And when the veteran QB said, hey, Bob, what you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. That one is good. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.